many years ago where I felt like I had no time, no, like there was never enough hours in a day. I was going to basically sleep when I was dead. I think that was the line that I was going to use, or that I used at the time. And I remember someone saying to me, I remember reading something, they didn't say it to me, you choose your time. And I was like, you know, what a piece of shit. If I chose my time, I'd have all the time in the world. Anyway, it sort of stuck with me. I did definitely didn't change it. And it sort of stuck with me over a period of time. And it took, adrenal fatigue and a whole heap of other shit to go down. Of course, as it does, we always have a path of least resistance where we're going to learn and listen to. We don't have to hit that rock bottom. That's a choice too. But sometimes that's the only way we get the slap in the face enough to listen. So here's a side note. I learned the easy way. I choose to listen early on, not when I'm all the way down the motherfucking pathway down there. I choose to listen early on and choose it from here. Food for thought. So I started to ask myself, well, what would I be believing? And I was like, at first, I don't even know. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just start with the basics. Like, I have all the time in the world. I have time for everything that's important to me. And I just started to change that. And I started to look at time expands, and time expands for me. And I always have enough time for anything that I choose, right? Anything that I want, and all the things that I didn't even think of. And so I started to choose those beliefs. I started to feel into those beliefs. I started to write those beliefs out. I would say probably 100 times a day. And I'm not even joking. And it wasn't just like, oh, I'm writing. It was like, I'm connecting to these. And it was hard, and it was tricky, and it was confusing, and it was frustrating, and it was all of those things. And then one day, I can't even tell you when it happened or how long it was or anything like that. I just started to have more time. I was just like, what am I going to do with my time? And realized I was so uncomfortable with having time. I just created this story around it, and I was always trying to fill the space with stuff. And then I was like, I get to change that too. Like, it's safe for me to have time. It's safe for me to have space. And this is where we get